Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how to create this rainbow unicorn cake. This video is in collaboration with Mark from CONFECTIONS. Don't forget to check out his amazing video at the end of this one by clicking on the link on the card or the description box below. To create this, you are going to need to make some cake pops. So I have some leftover cake and I am just scrunching it up until I have little sandy pieces. Into this mixture, I'm going to add in some dark chocolate ganache. I'll have a link in the description box and in the eye icon where you can find a recipe for that one. Use a spoon to mix it together and then use your hand the rest of the way. This is something you really need to use your hands for in order to just gauge for texture and dryness of your cake batter as well. So if you want, you can use a glove and then grab a small ball, roll it between your hands and then pinch one end till it's a pretty teardrop unicorn horn kind of shape. So it's just the general unicorn shape we're going for. Make as many as you like of those, pop them into the fridge to set, and in the meantime we'll start preparing our chocolate. I like to use Nestle compound chocolate and I pop it into the microwave for 30-second bursts. And then because I am going to be adding in gel food color, I've gone ahead and added some oil in here. Stir that through till it's all incorporated and then dip in your cake pop stick into the chocolate and into your cake pop ball. By now it's nice and firm so you can really handle it and it's not going to misshape or anything. Let that set, and in the meantime create the colors that you like. So I divided into 3 bowls my chocolate. I left a whole bunch of it white because I did want predominantly white cake pops. Add in your gel food color and then mix the colors together. You want to start with white and then only add the colored chocolate onto the surface. So here you can see I'm just spooning it on. In goes the cake pop. Give it a little bit of a twist at the start. Make sure that the chocolate has reached where that cake pop stick starts, and then swirl it on the way out to get a nice marbled effect. The more color you have in your glass, the more marbled the effect will be. I repeated the step with every cake pop, so every time I popped in a new cake pop, I would pop in some colored chocolate as well. This is just a nice side view. And I also noticed as you go in, if you drag it up almost immediately, you get a bit more color on there as well. Just another little hint. So you can see here I'm going in, giving it a little twist, and then on the way up, I go up a little bit faster. And I noticed this did give me a bit more of a marbled effect. Let these dry completely on a styrofoam cake dummy, and in the meantime we'll start preparing our cake. So I have a 6-inch cake, 2 of those that I'm leveling off and then cutting into 3 sections, so I'll have 6 sections of cake in total. For this project I've used a hybrid buttercream frosting, which will be linked in the eye icon and in the description box. Fill in the center and just layer on those cakes. Create a crumb coat, so a thin layer of frosting all around your cake. And then pop it into the fridge to set for at least 20 minutes. I like to smooth down my cake a little bit. I feel like the neater your crumb coat is, the neater your finished cake will be as well. Drag the lip of frosting to the center. And then back she goes after 20 minutes resting in the fridge to create the final layer of frosting. I start at the top, push the frosting out all the way to the sides, and then start heaping on the buttercream on the side of the cake. I worked about 3/4 of the way down, and for the very last section I added in some purple frosting and I coloured that with some gel food colour. Go around with your bench scraper, and then I've used a comb to finish off just for a bit more interest and gradient. This is the bouncy scallop. It is available on my website if you guys would like to check that out. Link will be in the description box below. Go around till it's a nice texture and then bring that lip of frosting back into the center. Before you pop this back into the fridge, I would recommend popping your sprinkles at the very bottom. But first, I decided to create the pattern at the top. So I've marked where I'm going to put my cake pop so I know where to stop this pattern. And using a 1M tip, I am swirling. I've got the piping tip at about a 45-degree angle as I do this. And I'm turning my turntable at the same time as I'm swirling, trying to keep it a consistent size all the way through. The more you twist your piping bag, the more colors are going to be revealed when you look at the cake side on. And I just popped all 3 colors into the bag at once to create this effect. For the spaces in the middle, I'm using a round piping tip and creating a swirl. And I'm going to be placing my cake pops inside this. I found some unicorn rainbow sprinkles at my local Coles, so that's what I'm using for this cake. Just for an extra pop of colour, adding it onto the white section and at the very bottom as well. And this is why you didn't want to put your cake into the fridge. If you did, you're going to have a bit of trouble having these sprinkles stick to the very bottom. It's not impossible to have them stick, but you won't get as many on there if your frosting has had time to set. Once you're happy with the look and you're ready for the last decorations, add in your cake pops. Notice how I've cut my straws down. They're not as tall as they used to be. You only need a little bit to stick it into the cake. Make sure the prettiest marbled side of each cake pop is facing your front. And you're done. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. The colors I used worked really well together. So there were a violet, purple, a yellow, and a blue. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. We upload a new cake decorating tutorial every Tuesday. This video was in collaboration with Mark from Epic Confections. Don't forget to check out his awesome video where he's prepared a really cool unicorn and rainbows themed cake for you guys. Link will be in the card and also in the description box below. Thanks again, and I'll catch you guys next week.